Alright, I'm going to make a quick screencast explaining how to use the message archive, or the museum of archived messages for each of the terms directed at message authors, so that you know where to look and how to find messages to explore. Alright, so the 4 semesters that we've run ECoach are archived, and to open up one of the archives or museums, you simply click on the green Enter Museum button. So I've done that to open these all up in different tabs. If you've not logged into these projects before, anyone from the University of Michigan or anyone that can log in through Cosign, when they enter the museum, a default user is copied into their account. And so I picked someone who had pretty good messages and had used ECoach quite a bit and had done decently throughout the semester. And anyway, so I picked a good representative, and they become the default display person for someone who didn't use ECoach. People who did use ECoach and log in here will see their own account actually. And at the end I'm going to mention how staff users can copy other people's data into their own account as well. But most people are not staff users, so if just anyone logs in here, they always see the default account. So the default very first semester is Albert Einstein, then Emmy Nertha, then Francis Crick, and Rosalind Franklin. So I erased the identity information for the user that I copied into the default account and made up some names. Alright, so in the first semester, under the Archive tab, along the left-hand side you get a list of messages. And so you can come in here and explore what did the messages look like that first semester. The second semester, the museum, instead of putting an archive tab on top, all of the messages that appeared under the home tab throughout the semester as we released are listed along the left-hand side. The second semester, same thing, and so you can see we used a different display method altogether that semester. The third and fourth semesters, the archived messages are listed along the left-hand side as just links, and you can click on them to explore through those messages. And again, you can change the tabs at the top and explore. Alright, so the last piece here is that, and I recommend doing this. It actually, I think it only works well in the last, in the most recent museum. It will also work in the second most recent museum, but it's very slow until I fix that. So what I'm going to show you is that for staff users, which the message authors will be staff users, you can click on that staff pages link at the top. This would go back to student pages, this goes back to staff pages. The staff options here to copy a student will give you a table of all the ECoach users and a few bits of data about them. And so if I want to copy this person, this 140 student who's a 3.6 GPA, they wanted an A- in the class, they were somewhat confident about it. Maybe I'm interested, the 140 messages are different than the 135 messages, so maybe I'm interested in seeing how they're different. Once I do that, I click copy. It says, hey, you just copied this person. If I go back to the student messages, now all of these messages are addressed to Kelly, and so I can see what Kelly's profile was, the things that she wrote in the values affirmation, how she answered various questions here, and so it's a way to explore a little bit more thoroughly how rich the content was for different students.